Hello and welcome to another one podcast.
We have a Patreon. It's one of the best Patreons in the game.
By best, it's more of us.
Hundreds of hours of content. There's specials on there.
Three
specials. 2 live shows. It's one of the best Patreons around. You won't regret it. Sign up. £3 a month. That's all it fucking is.
I can't promise you it's one of the best or the most valuable, but if you enjoy us,
I think it is.
It's the only way to guarantee this carries on.
Yeah, that's yeah.
So
Genuinely.
It's up to you. Would you like this podcast to carry on? If the answer to that question is yes, then why not part with 75p a week by signing up to our Patreon?
Patreon.com/another one podcast. Sign up to it. You don't even have to enjoy the content that's on there.
You don't even have to watch it.
No.
Just
sign up.
75p a week,
yeah,
so that you get your public episode every week, guaranteed. Because if it drops below a certain level, it will stop.
75p a week.
The minute this costs us money again, it's gone.
Yeah, and it's
barely even.
So, please,
for the love of God,
yeah, please. Now it's beyond a joke. Now there's only one podcast that needs the money, and that's ours. We're absolutely brassic, and we've got the most outgoings, like dependents.
Another one.
Hello everyone, welcome to Another One podcast, episode 153 or 4, I think, with me, Simon Wozniak, co-host, cohort, brother from another mother, brother-in-arms, comedy comrade, Rob Thomas with me.
What's happening, people?
And joining us today, solo guest, second cap.
It is, yeah.
Second cap, Mr. Gary Hyland.
Nice to be here, boys. Thanks for having me.
It's good to have you.
Your bandage.
Fucking terrible, that, innit?
Broke your arm to save the kids, didn't you?
Yeah, come on then.
Supporting kids with cancer. Fucked myself over, like.
What was this?
In the charity footy match we played 3 months ago.
Oh, I heard you were actually quite good.
I'm a little baller for the fact.
I heard it when you went off. That's when it turned.
Match for the first half.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Yeah.
But a little bit top heavy. Fucking.
So
Jack nailed me and put my hand down, snapped my scaphoid in half.
Let's get that guy on him then. So what happened? Just snapped what?
Yeah, scaphoid. So if you do that with your hands, like you get a little crease there.
Oh yeah.
That bone behind there. Just clean break in half.
Is that the one? Oh no, that's where you'd snap. If you do that and punch forward, it'll snap that, won't it?
Right.
I seen it on a Facebook thing. It said do that and punch forward, and I went. I did it thinking it won't work, and I went fucking hell. If you just do that, I'll go and put your fist forward, it'll snap. It's fucking horrible.
Is that why you don't click anymore?
It's too easy.
Yeah.
Too easy.
So it was fucking pain in the ass, but it's been 3 months.
So what do you expect to heal itself or something?
No, so I've had surgery now.
Yeah.
So the scaphoid, it's a pain in the ass. I don't know if it's the only or one of the only bones in the wrist area that's got its own blood supply. There's only one blood vessel coming in from the top. So because it's snapped in half, there was no blood supply to the bottom. Yeah. So it just takes a long time to heal. So they said we either let it heal on its own with a cast or perform surgery. He said that it doesn't look displaced. We'll let it heal on its own. Yeah. And 10 weeks later, they done a CT scan. They were like, it's not healing, and he seems to be a little bit missing. So they were going to do a bone graft. They were going to take bone out of my hip, put it in, and then screw it. But when they opened me up, they said, like, it's straight.
So is that why you come off then? Did it hurt, or were you like just thought, it missed?
Give players a game. I come back on the second half. It was hurting, but I thought I just sprained it.
And then how long into it did it swell up and go all horrible?
That's what it looks like now, look.
Oh, you got a little screw in it, yeah?
Nice.
Well, it was mad. We went back to hot water, had some food and all that. And it started to swell up, and I was like, this is fucking killing me. But we were driving to Hyland that night, and I was like, I don't want to go the Aussie.
This is why I don't play anymore, mate. What's the fucking... Look at what you've done now for that stupid fucking game.
I'm playing again on Sunday for Zoe's place.
You playing with it, yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to snap it up. So, yeah, I was sitting there thinking, I can't go the Aussie. We're driving tonight. I was like, I'll leave it. I was like, on the way home, we'll stop off at Sainsbury's, and I get a splint. I bought myself a splint, went home, packing the car, and I started to like lose feeling in my fingers.
Oh, no.
I was like, this isn't right. So I phoned Royal. I was like, listen, love, I know you can't guarantee anything. I said, but I go on holiday tonight in like 4 hours. What's the likelihood of me getting seen? She was like, I'll get you through, don't worry. And to be fair, in an hour and a half, I was in, seen triage, had an x-ray, got seen to by the doctor, had a cast on and sent on me.
Did you have to provide any proof of the travel or not?
I just said to him, I'm going to Hyland to see my family.
Worth a shot, isn't it? See, the thing is, though, that's the thing. The chance that you do...
slowly dying
when,
now,
when you do that though, and you're lying, they'll ask for proof and you look a cunt.
Yeah.
Whereas when you know you're gonna get through, you go, it's fine. Then like, at the bar when I was at Glasgow at the weekend, I just went up to them and said, "Oh, can I get a drink?" And they went, "No, the bar's shut." It's 10. I didn't want to be one of them. You know, I hate doing that, but I was like, "Oh, even if you're an act," and then she didn't hear me. She went, "Yeah, it's 10." I went, "Oh, even if you're an act," I said it again. She went, "Oh, you're an act? Oh, sure. What do you want? Of course, you can have a drink." But if that had been a regular person, you wouldn't have had there must be something they're getting. To go, that's not a lie.
Yeah.
So it's what I don't know what is that?
So easily disproved.
Yeah.
Like if there's any sort of doubt, like you're not.
Show me your ID.
Just anything, just like.
But then if they're new, they don't want to call you.
On the poster for the event.
Yeah,
I told you that with me.
With Sanja, yeah.
Have we discussed it on the?
Yeah, you looked a cunt, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but there was obviously something you weren't giving off there. You must have felt nervous.
There must have been something, yeah. I was like named dropping.
Smell it on you. So they got you through.
I got in trouble in college for that when I was like 17 on the form and I wanted a day off. You needed to provide proof for an absence. The only one you didn't need was a funeral. So I just kept going, funeral. And my tutor pulled me and he was like, "You've had 14 funerals this year. You got any family left?" I was like,
14?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, Gary. That's a bit much.
I know.
Your ma's Irish. All right, it's fine. Yeah.
So you got seen and everything in 4 hours, just because you said?
About an hour and a half.
Wow.
Because I was going away in 4 hours. So it was just straight in, straight out. There was a fella though walking around with a fucking, like a screen mask on, squirting people with a water gun in the waiting area. I was like, it's the fucking royal lad. It's horrible, isn't it?
Oh my. Was there no one there to say fuck off?
Security weren't doing nothing, lad. He was just walking around.
Genuinely?
Genuinely. Do you know what? I try and find it because I took a video to show me bed. He's just walking around, squirting people. Fucking mad, lad.
Was he even waiting to be seen or just thought?
No, I think he was just fucking bored in the waiting room, weren't he?
Oh, fuck that.
Imagine
What
you
do you do? Like, what
and you
you
sat there getting squirted by a smacker and a screen mask.
What you do? How do you react to that? Because like you kick off, it's like, "Oh, come on, mate, we're all waiting."
It's a fight, isn't it? It's a fight.
We're all waiting to be seen. Come on, I'm only trying to like keep the mood up, and you're like, "You look a cunt then."
No, you go.
Bit of water.
No, because it's a fight, isn't it? Then you're getting in with him. He's looking for a fight.
No, he's probably just fucking.
If you just went, you'd have to say, can you not squirt me, please?
How polite would you say it?
I'd have to say that. I'd go like, because I'm not. I'd be like, can you not do that to me, please? I'm not in the mood.
He's just gonna go.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what I mean. And then it's a fight, then, isn't it? Because then I've been disrespected. Then, so you're rolling the dice. Is he gonna listen? If he's doing that, probably not.
No.
So you're gonna end up looking a cunt, like a pussy.
And you can't back down from
So you go. I've got to. What am I gonna do?
But if you go in too hard. And he's like, "Oh, lads, we're all in the same boat here, just trying to lift the mood."
Yeah, but you don't want to
then decide if everyone's looking, well, none of us are kicked off, and then you got to decide: do I carry on the kick off, or do I then go off?
Did you see his face at all because of the mask?
No, he walked around that way, squirted a couple of people, got my leg, and I was like, "I'm a shitbag, I'm saying nothing." Then he walked behind me, went down the far end, and I called it to triage, and then from triage,
right. I don't know. How do you ever get to that level?
Imagine
what has to happen?
Front of everyone.
Well, that's what someone would have to.
That's happened. I've told it on our pod before. Someone I know through someone else used to work in Costa in Lime Street.
Costa.
And a smackhead robbed a ham and cheese panini and ran. And he took chase after the smackhead, chased him through Lime Street, and the smackhead turned around and sparked him and flopped him.
Did he?
And
he's got to go and do another 5 hours.
Why would you bother?
I don't know.
The fucking Costa ham and cheese.
What did he say about it?
He just I didn't see it, but I got told when the person spoke to me, like,
I do. A lot of people have that loyalty, surprisingly, to their minimum wage jobs.
You see videos all the time.
Yeah.
You think, why are you bothering? What are you trying to please? Who you like fucking?
You're gaining none.
See the Americans love it. They love going. Oh, you're at Walmart. And you're like, why?
It is weird though because I've seen it happening, and I've gone, fuck that smackhead because he's robbing something from M&S, and I was like, fuck him. But then I just went and did it as well. I think the same fucking day I went. I went through the till. I probably did it properly. These were two smelly bastards. And I was thinking,
front, just walk out.
Yeah, just like you've not done it. You can't rob from here. Yeah. You don't look like you can be in here. Like, that wanted to sound horrible. Like, you stink. Your trackies are ripped.
Stay in your lane.
Your faces are fucked.
Go
Like,
Rob Henry.
Get the fucking Aston on the head. Get the fucking
yeah.
head and get out of M&S.
Yeah.
You're ruining it for everyone. There's a bit of game in this, all right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. But
Put
like,
a shirt on if you're going to run from this place.
Yeah, but
that you see it in a fucking collar.
you see them everywhere that you go, like, you've got no chance like that. You've got to send someone who looks like they are not a suspect.
Yeah.
And you just see, but then again, these guys, I mean, I don't know what.
Secret Boss. Episode of Secret Boss.
Yeah.
Just sat there like...
Just-
You haven't followed around the shop.
Every time I go to the Waitrose, to the whiskey bar, within 2 minutes, a security guard's come every time, and I always just smile at them and laugh.
3 or 4 times when I used to work on the railways, and I'd go in my oranges or something, and some cunt would follow me, and I'd be laughing going, but you can't seriously have me down coming into big fat cunt, like who would run away from?
Yeah, but
then I'm a fucking smackhead or something. Like I just like no way. You're thinking.
No, the ones at Waitrose see me going, and they always come past, and there's one guy who I just smile at him, and he smiled back and laughed because they're there too quick, and so I'm just like I stand there on purpose waiting for them to come, and I'll eyeball them because they think I'm. I know I'm not robbing them, but I think, you know what, I'm gonna let them know. I know that I know. Yeah.
I know
You think that I think you're just walking around. I know. I've been in here 4 times this week, and every security guard you've had's done the same thing. As soon as I come in, straight to the back, they get in the air, go over to the whiskey
Do you
aisle.
reckon it's you, or do you reckon it's just anyone
It's
who loiters around the whiskey aisle?
I think it's probably a bit of both, maybe.
Yeah.
Is when you're just looking at the whiskies, because I take about 10-15 minutes to sort of weigh out which bottle I want and everything.
And do the bottles have like security tags on, or because it's
Some of them do, some of them don't.
Not really gonna have tags on, are they?
Some of them do, some of them
It's
don't.
like M&S don't. Security's never on the.
Well, the Iceland and Shoe Brew have like a lamb in a lockbox in the freezer.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, I think
he didn't believe me when we first started the pod, and I said I used to.
the
cheese.
cheese.
And people had cheese behind the counter, and he was like, "Nah." I was like, "Mate, it's an easy sell.
Yeah.
Anything that you can sell." I said, "It's not the value of the product; it's how quickly you can sell it." And cheese is a quick sell.
When the used to walk to the boozer, it was bacon, cheese, razor blades, and batteries. That was the go-to inventory.
Anything that's a quick sell.
But like, say you see like in Home and Bargain or Iceland and that, they have got like security tags on
WKD bottles.
Oh yeah, you're thinking, wow, like
That roughly.
yeah. It's interesting what they go. We've got a security tag, the lamb, in Iceland.
Yeah.
And it's actually there is it sometimes on Waitrose, and they got them little things that go off.
Oh, the yellow sticker thing.
Yeah.
They've got like a little white thing sometimes.
All right, some of them are yellow with a little padlock on.
I've been getting the kids into shoplifting lately.
Have you?
Yeah, it's funny.
How old? Which ones?
7 and 10. When I say getting them into it, like they were like, "Dad, can I have this toy?" And I'm looking at it like in the range.
Yeah.
And I was like, "How much is it, lad?" And he's like, $11.99. I'm like, "Lad, it's tiny.
Yeah.
It'll fit in your palm." I was like, "I'm not paying $11.99 for that." He's like, "But I really want it." I was like, "I'm not buying it." I went, "If you want it that much, said straight in your pocket, blend it. Don't make it bang
Blend.
Once it's in, it's in. Don't check on it. Don't look at staff. Don't look at cameras. Messing with them." And then they got outside. They both had like 3 toys. He was like, "You're taking the piss now." I said 1.
Yeah.
I was giving me grief over it. I was like,
Oh, my beard would kill
only when
me.
I say it, boys.
To be honest though,
My
if
beard
they
would kill me.
if they get caught with that, it's an easy give back.
Yeah.
It's such an easy give. It's not in your pocket. It's an
always
easy.
put
What have you put them in there for? Yeah, there you go.
I've got the whiskey in your
Exactly.
pants,
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. I think it's all an easy gift back. This is the thing with shoplifting. People are shocked by it. But as long as you've got the front to be like, yeah, lad.
Yeah.
The smackheads and old swan used to do known bargains all the time. Go in with a newborn baby, and like they get pulled at the door, and you've got like, "Why have you got 24 cans of Coke on your baby's blanket?" "Oh, I took it." Because if you're under 8, you can't get fucking done or something. And I don't know what the age is.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, there's an age where if you're under a certain age, you don't know right.
Yeah, but they're not. Again,
Get done for being.
once my rule is you once you get stopped once, you have to call it a day there.
Yeah.
You go, that's enough now. I'm not risking this.
Oh, well, from that shop or ever?
Yeah, from the shop.
Longley had that, didn't he? Longley had once he got caught, he didn't stop doing it.
Some people have balls though, like
I just,
a mate of mine.
I literally honestly said to my beard, I'll just give it back.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be arsed. I'm going to look some security fella who probably lives on my estate and go, "Mate, we earn the same amount of money probably. We live in the same estate. Yeah, I was trying to rob a 10 quid bottle of whiskey or a 15 quid bottle of whiskey because sound." And then what? What's he going to do? He's probably going to go, "Oh, fuck it, all right, yes."
No, yeah, but it is a bit like, oh. It is that little. You
Only
get.
you've
Yeah,
got
you feel
shame.
embarrassed.
Only
Yeah,
you've got
yeah,
shame.
yeah.
You got to be able to just be shameless with it.
Yeah.
My mate, like, he does it with deliveries and that. So, like, he'll be in work, his ring doorbell will go off, and it's a DPD driver. He's like, "Right, lad, got a big parcel." He goes throw it over the fence for us. So he drops it over the fence, and when he gets home, puts it in his shed, and messages him going, the driver said he's put it over the fence, it's not there. And they were like, have you got proof? He's like, yeah, there's a picture in my garden. Like, there's fucking not there. And then a few days later, they go, well, do you want a full refund or would you want a second item? He goes, I'll just do a refund. I've had to get something else. And he's done it with like £900 bivvies. He goes fishing. He done it with his kid. He got his kid a quad for Christmas, right?
I've never done
under his window, his bay window on the front street. And he just put it in the shed and was like, quad's being lifted and got a refund. And I was like, lad, you've got balls to do that. Like,
I've never done it that expensive. The most expensive thing I've done it with was a mouse.
Yeah.
A mouse from the pod account. I told you, because I'm going to get a refund for the mouse.
Did you? I remember that.
Yeah, well, we found messages. I'm going to get a refund for the mouse here. It's 70 quid. It's like, because they leave it on the doorstep, it's just, it's not there.
Talking about refunds, right? And you work on the taxis, don't you?
Yeah.
Do you know much about Uber?
Not loads.
No.
Like.
I drive, so I don't really get taxis, but like when I go away and stuff with my bird, we get Ubers, and so many times, like, you pay for your journey beforehand.
Yeah.
I keep getting refunds. And I don't know why. Is it because they've took a different route that wasn't the predefined route and it's got a different price? But I get refunds so many times off Uber, it's mad. And sizable refunds as well.
Really?
Like, we were in Dublin last week.
I know there's a thing where people cancel the tips while in the car.
No,
and like that causes murder.
I've got a good count as well, like 5 stars.
Yeah.
Tip I got nailed for tipping. So I was pissed in York, right?
Yeah.
And me bear went to this little speakeasy bar.
Yeah.
It was 7-minute walk from our hotel, but York's like cobbled in it, and she had these big heels on, her feet were killing me. She was like, can we get a taxi back? I went, go ahead. So I went on Uber and I was like, babe, it's £3.15, like, it's embarrassing. And she was like, please, like go on. So I was pissed, got in this Uber, right, and I felt bad. I was like, I'll tip him like a tenner. And I'm in the back of the car and I tipped them, and then I got out, I was like, I've got no signal, and I tipped them, and got back to the hotel and I tipped them 40 quid, I tipped them 4 tenors.
Oh, God.
And he gave me like 4.5 stars or something, and I was like, you could tip you 40 quid. But yeah, like,
But I don't know how much, I don't know if he knows. He's probably, because when I do it, I'm on the system now where they put 5 stars and that. I do, as soon as the job's finished, they tell you how many stars you want, so like, I wouldn't know, they tip me.
On taxis?
Yeah.
There's that they get rated on taxi now?
Well, I'm on with a company called One Call now.
Oh, right.
So it's like, it's basically every other taxi company in Liverpool, besides from Delta, have decided to become one business.
Okay.
Or to take on the big guy.
To take on Delta, take on Uber. Because Delta's that big anyway, they don't need to do it.
Sound.
Like everyone else has gone, yeah, wheels. So now
Where does Delta live?
I can go from like Kirby, Southport, and still be able to work.
Where does Delta live?
I don't know.
I always thought Delta.
So like that smackhead who shat in my seat last week, give her 5 stars because I didn't know she shat in my seat till after it. I was calling up the company going, listen, this is where it's
5 Mars bars.
Get in, get them stars off here.
Milky Way
Get them fucking stars off here now. I didn't know I was going to give her 5 stars.
You got leather seats or what?
I've got plastic ones, but I had seat covers on anyway because it's starting to rip, so I had seat covers on.
Not me sick when he told me.
I just took the seat cover off and fucking lashed it in a bin.
Stinking that though.
Just horrible. Shit herself out in the back of my cab and just fucking. But she must have sat on.
Might have been the way you were driving, mate.
She must have sat on every seat because it was in fucking every one.
She's done that on purpose.
All
you know?
the back
I reckon
three.
so.
Yeah, probably.
She's like, here's a piece of shit for every star, lad.
I was fucking furious when I realised I'd give her 5 stars because I didn't know.
Well, why would she be asked? What air rating is?
Yeah, she's a bobby head. She doesn't care.
Yeah, it's probably not. Well, she's bad now. She's probably fucking just girl calls. That's the thing as well. Like,
So it's on an account, so you've barred their account.
just bad a phone and an address.
Oh, sometimes you remember the face and everything.
I just remembered where I dropped her off, and obviously she was a call from a number. I need to get on Uber.
The Siggies as well.
Because I'm assuming a higher clientele.
The Siggies you got as well there. That's quite a big loss, whoever left them.
Yeah, you'd be half.
They claim them now. I know
Oh, have they?
I know where they're going. I was about to drop them
How
off
do
on
they
the way
forget
in.
them?
So when you, right, as a taxi driver then, if they've claimed them, do you just give them back free of charge, or do you go, I want some money because I've thrown them to yours or something?
Well, I currently sat in my cab now.
Yeah.
And I was they asked me would I drop them off on, and I'd already finished work. So like, I've already finished, but I'm going to town at 5:30. I dropped them off them, and I forgot.
Yeah. Are they local?
Yeah, just Bootle. Like where Bootle becomes Kirkdale, that's where they were. So I was like, I'll just drop them off when I'm leaving town, and I forgot. So they want them. They'll either, if they said to me, I'll give you so and so.
Yeah.
You drop them off. I'd go and drop them off then,
Yeah,
and then.
yeah.
But if
Didn't even offer either.
if they just asked for me to drop them off, I was just like, yeah, when I get round to it.
On my time, yeah.
Yeah.
My mate's wife lost the phone a few weeks back, pissed, coming home from town. And she's diabetic and she has like her insulin registered that on her phone. And she lost the phone, so she was panicking. And he done like find my phone, and he went to the house and it was pinging in like a little area around this street, and he was like, it must be in the car still or in his flat. So he was trying to phone or message him and all that, and eventually got hold of him. He's like, how you dropped the phone off? He's like, yeah. And he was like, I was just gonna give him 20 quid because it was only like fucking 5 minutes away. When he got there, he was demanding 50 quid for the phone back.
Fuck off.
And he was like, lad, that fucking punch your head. And he went, I'm offering you 20 quid.
Yeah.
He was like, no, I want 50 quid. In the end, he took 20 and I gave the phone back. He said he had murder on the doorstep and everything.
That's fucking mad, that.
That
I'd never have that front. Like,
I once got a taxi driver got me my wallet back. I think I give him 20 quid, I'm not sure.
I've always given, if I've ever found anything, if I know whose it is, always got it back. If I find a phone, I'll just keep it till someone rings it.
Put yourself in that situation. If you've lost your phone or your wallet, you'd be fucking gutted, wouldn't
that's
you?
it.
So
But I'm not going to say expected something.
I got someone's phone back in Swansea, didn't
Someone's going to give you something, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. They used me from the gig to get to the other guy. So this couple messaged me on Facebook saying, we found this phone, I think my bird's taken it off this other lad who was pissed. Yeah. And then this other guy's messaging me going, oh, I've had a nightmare, great night, but I've lost my phone. And I went, I think you need to message this guy, they've got your phone. And then they met up and they swapped the phone back. So that was me being a good little guy. Little fixer. So I'm not just a support, I carry.
Support person.
I support the crowd as well. I'm there for them all. Speaking of supports, how's your show coming along?
All right, I done my first one a couple of weeks ago. Do you know what? I put pressure on myself because I was talking to you and I about my material. I got bored of my material and I wasn't putting pressure on myself to write enough, and I started.
You got into the thing where you were MCing loads, where you were like, I don't need to keep writing.
I fall into that lull, and I was like, right, if I put pressure on myself to do a show, it'll force me to write material. But then I started thinking about the structure of the show too much, and I took it in a direction where once it started to write, I couldn't go and do like 10 minutes of it somewhere because in my head it didn't make sense because there was that many callbacks and jokes and I was like, if I delivered that bit as a 10-minute bit, it fucking makes no sense. It probably would have got a laugh, but I was getting in my own head and it was a nightmare. But I ran it 27th, I done 54 minutes on stage and it was good. Got really good feedback from the audience. Watch the video back and you're your own biggest critic. So I was picking bits where I go, right, missed that there, too many words there, take that out, put that in. But on the whole, it was a good show and really enjoyed it. So I'll run it again.
Get the juices flowing back again, or?
Yeah, got home, pen to paper straight away. Just started thinking of loads of stories, loads of funny things that I've done before, and thought I'll get a bit out of that.
That's it.
So so back.
So you still gigging, or you just sort of you working and then like, are you like full-time gigging, or you just sort of dipping into hot water and that? And
I slowed down a little bit. What I found, you get to a weird point in comedy. Like I was.
How you been doing it now? Sorry.
3.5 years now.
Is that it? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's still brand new.
Yeah.
But I did go through that phase where I had an ego and thought I was better than I actually was. And again, it's hot water. Hot water gives you the false.
I think it's because What's Happening was so successful as well.
The podcast was being successful. Every time I gigged in hot water, I was like, fucking, I'm smashed in here, but that's just hot water for you.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm good, mate. And then like I talked to a few like staff and comedians, like, you should be doing Thursdays, Fridays. I was like, yeah, fucking shouldn't I? And then when I see them gigs, I go, no, I shouldn't, because there's levels. You know what I mean? So I got to a point where I kind of found my voice. I knew who I was as a comic. So I didn't need to, well, I say didn't need to, but I was gigging 4 or 5 nights a week, going up to Middlesbrough to gig to 30 people unpaid. I was like, I've got 4 kids at home, I've got a full-time job, I'm putting money in fuel, my bird hates me, the kids don't see me, I'm knackered because I'm getting back at 2 in the morning.
It must be hard starting with kids.
So I was like, this isn't enjoyable anymore. So I started to pick and choose gigs a little bit more, ones where either I was fortunate enough to get paid or I knew there was some progression. Or it was a decent enough gig with a big crowd where I could get a lot of enjoyment out of it. So I slowed down quite a bit, but yeah, still fucking going for it.
There's no harm in slowing down as long as you're keeping. I think there comes a point where you start thinking, and it must be, like I say, it must be hard with kids, because I think that point has to come a bit sooner than it would be for someone who hasn't got kids or who's got a lot more spare time. where you start go, right, I need them, like we're saying this to James Allen, wasn't it? You need to start getting a map. I need a map out now of like looking, where's my next steps? What am I looking to get? Where am I looking to get into sort of thing, or where am I looking to get in front of, or what gigs am I looking to keep doing? Like you say, where can I keep being? And what have I got? If I'm just going to do hot waters, so and so, there with the crowds decent and that, then what am I doing?
Yeah.
I'm pushing more material. I'm pushing more clips. Where am I? Like, just next step. You've got to map your next step and how you're going to do it. Like with us, it was a bit more. There wasn't so many roads to take.
Yeah.
So your next step was always get in front of this promoter, get in front of that promoter. Whereas now, your next step doesn't have to be like that. Your next step can be, right, these are all good gigs that I can get onto. What am I going to use them for?
Yeah.
Like, what's my next step with it?
And the power of social media, you can use that to be seen by promoters. And,
yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
It's got a good following. Whether you deserve it or not as a comic, you can feel.
Well, it's 100%. Like if I'm promoting, I see some clips of people, and I think, fucking hell, he's decent to enjoy his clips, especially like if the clip stands out. Especially if I see loads of clips. Like I knew Bemi before it, like Bemi de Lapido before it.
Bemi Olapido. It's not a Pelido.
It's not Olapido.
No, it's not. It's Bemi Oladipo.
Bemi Oladipo.
I said Olapido for a joke then.
Yeah.
Because Bemi was the one that threw me when I introduced him.
Exactly. That's what
Oladipo was the one I could get right.
In my head, I keep saying pedo because of him saying it's not pedo, and you're like, all right, sound. But I knew him before because I enjoyed his clips.
Yeah.
I'd seen a couple of his clips, and I was like, oh, so I'd have booked him.
Yeah.
Without it, like, and then like I say, when I met him, he was a great comic still, so it was sound, but just because I enjoyed his clips with the book, it's a weird time now.
It's mad as well when you go from like being purely on the open circuit and you get to a point where I'm like, I'm the fucking boy, yeah, I'm half decent, like I'm better than all these, like the cast of fucking Fraggle Rock on a Monday night, I'm better than these, and then you step up and you go, okay, I'm not that level yet, and then you're in limbo, you're in between.
But you're doing you're doing an hour, which is so early.
Yeah, very early.
So like would you look at trying to put a show on in a different city?
Yeah, and again,
like a 40-50 seater somewhere,
that's
or
what I was looking at. So I've had
just to see what it's like to gig to 50 Manx or 50 Brummies.
Well, that's it. I've had quite a bit of interest from Dublin, Glasgow, Belfast and Birmingham. And that's through work and network, and I know groups of people out there and then odd fans. But at the start, I was like, right, when I first announced that I was doing the show, I was like, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a small tour. I started reaching out to venues and everything. And then ticket sales didn't turn out the way I wanted them to turn out. Because, like, I launched my poster before the tickets were live, and everyone was like, lad, when it's live, I'm buying tickets. I was like, great. I had about 300 messages, people buying tickets. I was like, I'm going to sell it to 600 seats here, not water.
People spout shite, though.
But that's not water, though. But, like, what about, like, a 40-50 seater in Glasgow?
I reckon I could. And again, that's through friends and family more than anything.
Just go and do the festivals.
Yeah, exactly. Just got to get your face out there. But I spoke to Tony about this, about like selling, and he said,
well, he's one that's just got the following from the green room, and then how he can do sort of
he's got Blair behind him.
He has, and he's got a little bit of weight behind him. No pun intended, like. But he said,
and in front of him, and to the side,
and on his chest. Hot water. He said, out of all of them, it's probably the one that's selling the slowest. He went because I do Tony Carroll and Friends every month for free. People will come and see me.
Oversaturated.
Why are they going to pay money to come and see me?
For a while with Paul. So on Paul's first tour, Liverpool was big. Then on his second tour, when he was still doing the club and touring, Liverpool struggled to sell. And I was like, because if he put it, because they were like, why would we go to the one date in Liverpool when we can just go any date and you're going to be a hot water? Like, we can pick and choose which date we're going to go to because you're going to be a hot water anyway. And they only asked about seeing him. They didn't ask about seeing the show. They asked about seeing him.
Yeah.
And I was like, so that's when, like, when he got, as soon as he could, really, he stopped doing the club because it's like, it's effect, and now he's back to doing arenas and 20 shows at the club because they can't see him at the club anymore. So because like, people weren't going to see him. It's like, oh, well, it's my birthday in May, so rather than go and see your tour show in Feb, I'll just wait and see you at the club in May.
So do you reckon you've got to give up circuit work when, so you know, like say you put a tour on at Chapman's level or Danny's level or whatever level, sort of like 10, 20k. Do you reckon you've got to ease up on circuit work to try and help your tour? Because obviously if you're looking at 50 to 100 seats,
it depends what you're doing and where you're doing it. So I think
that's what I mean. It's like, if you got to give up circuit money.
If you've got 100 seats to sell in Bristol, I think you have got to go, right, well, I'm only doing Bristol.
Nowhere within an hour of it.
Yeah. or even like once this year or twice to sell the tour, and I'm not going to do it within 3 months of the tour.
But then what if you need to try and build a bit of a following in Bristol? Do you go and do a couple of dates?
Well, that's what you do like might do 2 at the start, near the start of the year, and I'll do the gig 3 months afterwards, sort of thing. Go well, but it depends because some people, like I was speaking to Anna from Live Nation, who's touring Tom Green, and because I was a bit like I was quite shocked Live Nation took Tom Green on because he only got 15,000 followers and he hasn't done loads of TV.
Got Mo supports.
Yeah, but he's only just started doing that. But it was, he announced the tour before he did the mouth and stuff, and he's only got 15,000 followers and he hasn't done loads of TV. But when I was speaking to Anna, she was like, "Yeah, but after every gig,
yeah."
There's that, and she was like, "But after every
That's
gig,
one thing that can help sell tickets, isn't it? No one ever thinks of that, do they? Maybe just be better. I can't sell a ticket. It's because you're shit, lad. No one ever looks at themselves, do they? Why would we go? Oh yeah, never thought of that. It's shite, isn't it?
She was saying because he flies after
So
every
funny.
gig. Yeah. So
He levels it, Tom Green. No,
I'm not saying he doesn't. I know his
man.
quality, but she's saying after every gig he's flying.
He throws the graft in.
And and he's there with his QR code.
Can you do
and
that?
he's putting no, I can't do it.
Because I printed a shit. I've got about 5,500 little square business cards and ours with me face on, with me like me social media handles and me holding a QR
Just
code
using
in
to
my
scratch
hand
your
like
neck on the team.
that. And man, I handed like a pile out after the first gig, and they've been sat in ours gathering dust, and I was like, I just feel awkward.
Yeah.
I can't do it, mate. I can't make small talk. There was a girl literally talked to me last night, telling me how great it was, and I'm there going, I must either come across to you either dead ignorant or a fucking pervert. Because in my head I'm thinking I can't talk to you. Like literally, but that's something I'm in my head going. Don't get me wrong, I am in my head. I'm thinking I'd love to fuck you, but I'm also there just like, what do I say? And not mentioning what night it was because this will come out in a couple of weeks. Yeah. She's going, the last that was great, but I just wish you, because I was hosting, I wish you'd have stayed on longer. I wish you were doing more and all that. You were so good, and you're just a bit like, but the last that was great, but you know, I wish it was just you doing the clip, and you're a bit like, yeah, to be mate. What do you say? You just go, nice one, or do you go like, oh yeah, you're right, or do you go like,
I ate all 3 of them. I don't respect what any of them fucking do. They don't respect what I do. I don't respect what they do. Buy a ticket to me show.
That's why
it's like, what do you do? Like, fucking just there going,
I can't speak to people, me, man.
That's what I used to love in Hot Water when I worked there for a while, didn't I, on the bar? Yeah. And like, in the old one, and people would come up and the show was on, they were like, can't deal with that after fucking shit, and the bar staff would defend them and argue with the boss, like watching the bar staff defend all the actors.
Yeah, when you just see someone who goes shite on the walking past and they just think he's shite him, you thinking,
mate, I had one.
I have it all the time.
I had one in Last Laugh, and the people who are doing the gig sometimes do die, but most of the time they smash it, and they're like circuit legends.
Yeah,
Raymond and Mr. Timkins it was, and they like because the circuit legends, but like when people don't get it, they don't get it. And there's this fella come up to me, just some drunk half fella, and his kids were loving it. He's going to me, this is fucking shite, innit? And I'm like, yeah, mate, it just might not be your thing. Nah, my son's there laughing. What the fuck's he laughing at? It's fucking shit. It's fucking I can't be sitting watching this. I'm like, you're not, mate. You're standing here talking at me. And he's going, yeah, but it's fucking shit, innit? And I was like, what do you want me to say? Like, you just see me bring them on, call them circuit legends and brilliant. Do you want me to sit here with you and go, yeah, mate, yeah, the fucking shite, mate, yeah. You just like this.
I've started saying it on stage now. I'll just go, like, I think some think this is shite, and fair enough. I just saying, like, just be an adult about it. I'll be off in 15. Just fucking deal with it.
I done it last month.
It's shite, isn't it?
I've got a monthly show in Hot Water, the Wheel of Comedy Misfortune. It's a little bit different, and it can be funny, but it can be painful.
Right.
Like, I'm changing it slightly now because what I did at the start was I had an empty wheel on stage and the audience give 14 topics at the start of the night, but it drags out and it opens the room for conversation and then they don't know when to turn off. So now I only leave a couple of slots for the audience and then I fill it on social media throughout the week. But like the shows have been averaging like 70 to 90 people, which is good. But last month walked in, I was like, how many have we got? We were like, you've got 79 people registered. I was like, boss, sound. but Adam was downstairs on the Wednesday night show.
Yeah.
And loads of people were going, I've got tickets for Gary's, but I didn't know Adam was on. Can I swap my tickets for downstairs? I was just watching them all leave, and I was like, this is painful, this. And then, like, I looked in the room, and there was 5 people on the front row, and then Binty walked up, and I was like, are we doing this, Binty? He was like, you're not cancelling your show. I mean, no way you're cancelling your show. He said, don't cancel shows here. He went, listen, I know it can he went, I know it can be painful for you. He said,
first for everything.
He went, if you don't cancel and these 5 love it, they'll come back next month, and that's an extra 5.
Yeah. Bet they fucking won't.
And I was like, And we ended up getting about 19 people in the room, and then Binty stayed and all the acts stayed. So there was about 25, 26 people in the room, and I was like, fuck it, we're here. Let's have fun in the barn. But some of the acts, like, struggled.
How was the night?
Right? It was probably my favourite because of how painful it was. There was one woman who, she was with a carer, was mentally ill, right? And she was the best thing happened all night. She just kept shouting out, right? You know Will Smith, don't you, who works there? Will Smith got on. And
the new Callum Oakley,
Yeah, I introduced him to Will Smith, and he got on stage and was like, sorry to disappoint you, I'm not an actor / rapper. And this woman who had like a mental disability just went, you're not fucking black either. And she got the best laugh of the night. But some of the acts really struggled, and they started to turn on the audience going, this normally works, because I let them do their own material, spin the wheel. They're like, this normally works. People who appreciate comedy would laugh at this. You just got bad judgments. So I got on stage and I just went, I think your judgment's fine. I reckon he was just shit.
You've got to be like that. You've got to keep the audience though. So you've got to be like that.
Were they brand new?
No. They should know better.
Would we know them?
100% know.
Oh, I know who it is because I know. I
got an idea. It might be, but
it's the person I think it is. That's the reason they can't do weekends.
Is that? Are you thinking that? Yeah,
You get a clue. It was Meltdown week.
Was it?
They had a meltdown that week, all week online.
Right, maybe it's someone different then. Maybe it's
Dandelion and.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, right, no, these just, Yeah. But I was thinking...
Right, yeah, no, that sounds right. And there wasn't who I was thinking
I was thinking who had Luck in his name.
Okay.
Yeah. But because that's why they won't book him, because he won't go gracefully.
Really?
Yeah, because...
I can't imagine
if you can't go gracefully, then you can't kill the gig. Like that, especially on a Friday or Saturday when they're paid 20 quid to get in, you can't kill that gig. You just got to die on your ass with grace and let it go. Like there's a difference to doing comedy misfortune and or like a night that's sort of something different. You can maybe try and do something different, try and like claw it back by having a go with them or something. But on a weekend, unless you're good enough to bring it back by having a go with them, you've just got to go gracefully. You can't go other people that appreciate
and don't try and drag it out to get that final line.
I just can't imagine ever getting to that mind, that level, like to get to that level where it's not working and going like, this is on you. This I've had the responses be tepid, like, oh, this isn't off. But at no point would I ever be like, you're not. You don't get this is aloof. This is better than you. This material.
Oh no, the most I do sometimes is.
If the crowds think they're better than my material, and we've agreed and gone, you deserve more than this. Harrogate, there you go.
The most I've done is
last week.
Get a stick out your ass. Like this is what it's going to be. So this is it now. It's up to you. You can get a stick out your ass and enjoy it.
Yeah,
or
put it on there.
We can all squirm together. Yeah. I'll squirm while I'm saying it. You'll squirm while you're listening to it. And like 9 out of times, it makes it go a little bit better.
Yeah,
it doesn't make it go. You're definitely not smashing it, but they'll go. Okay, they'll smile while they're not laughing at you.
Pity laughs at you.
Yeah, that's it. They'll smile while they're not laughing at you, so at least you feel better about yourself.
But I was saying this to someone the other, like, if you were sat in where you could see the whites of a comic's eyes, there's no way I wouldn't. I'd always smile.
Yeah.
Like it would be. I don't care if it's so far out of anything I'd ever find funny. I'd still sort of go like that. I wouldn't to sit there and stare at someone who's trying to be funny and go. And you think, wow, you hate me, or you hate yourself.
Must just assume they can't see them.
Yeah,
in the
maybe.
dark,
Invisible,
much you think,
yeah.
Dad, he can't see me well. And just like you say, just think, it's looking at you going. And some of them don't realise how bad they look. Some of them probably just sitting there thinking,
Yeah.
this is
It's
shit.
full
It's
on
not for
resting
me.
bitch face in it.
Yeah.
Just, nah.
'Cause
Glasgow,
they're
there's
thinking,
these-
if I'm not heckling or I'm not fucking
I'm-
ruining the show, I'm fine.
Yeah.
And really, you're sitting there going, he fucking hates this.
But then you don't see the audience, or the other audience don't see them. But I just saw these young people look like they'd be right up my street. Just this one lad, just not with his missus. His missus is sitting next to him as well, and they're both miserable. I'm thinking I got a bit of a laugh about 15, but the first 10, 12 were just like.
But how would you deal with that then? Like, does it put you off, or do you make it your target?
I eyeballed him, but I thought no one knows he's not laughing. I'm just gonna. There's no point in ruining it. Yeah,
I'm good at being deluded, so I start playing to the ones that are laughing.
I don't know. I do like to stare at someone who isn't laughing.
They no longer exist.
Yeah.
He focuses on them. I'm like, that. You don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
I'm playing to the rest of them.
It's probably wise to go that way, but I love looking at the whites of the eyes of someone who hates me. Just like, oof.
In my show, the front row was sound. They were rowdy. The front row.
Yeah.
There was.
And was it how much of it was fans and how much of it was people who you know personally?
I'd probably say
100%.
Yeah. No, I'd probably say 55-45 in favour of who I know.
Sound.
sound.
That's good. That's a good enough percentage though to be like,
But in terms,
you know where the show's
people I know
stands.
as well, people who are new from like childhood who haven't seen me for years before on social media. So I knew them from like a past life.
Right. Yeah, like I say, not people you're in contact with. Sort of
No,
thing.
so there was people I worked with like 5 years ago. There was a group of them there. Then there was like 16 people from work, and then like my birthday sister, and then just people like I grew up with here, and people I knew from like footy there, and then the rest
hate
were just
that.
fans. But the front row, I didn't know any of them. Didn't know any of them, so I was like, great, I've got a clean front row. I had a young couple and her mum, and that I've got about fucking 7 minutes of crowd work just telling them they're ready to come out in clips. That was funny. Then 2 in the middle were all right laughing. Then there was one whose face just didn't move all show, and then 2 at the end, 2 women who would piss themselves all the time, but dead loud and kept trying to talk to me. So I had to address that a few times, tell them to shut up and all that, but in a funny way. And a few people said to me afterwards, normally I'm quite, not aggressive, but I'm like, fucking shut up, will ya? But this time on the show, I don't know why, when I shout at them, I'd go, I'm sorry, and then move on. Everyone's like, I got to laugh every time I apologise, but this woman's face didn't smile at anything. And I dropped the line about me our fella killing himself, and she pulled it even like fucking sad the face, and I just went, oh, listen, I can't help but notice your face. I said, I'm so sorry. I went, have you lost someone to suicide? She was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, lucky girl. Tap it in. And she laughed, and I was like, I've got the one joke she hated the most. It wasn't even a joke. I just said, I'm lucky, and tapped it in, and she laughed. I was like, fucking, I'm sound.
Was she on her own?
No, she was with the other 2 girls.
Oh,
so
right.
she was with the 2 rowdy ones. And apparently, in the end, they were mental health workers as well.
Right.
But she just obviously had fucking Botox or something, so her face wouldn't move. But yeah.
Yeah, you don't know what's going through someone's mind, do you?
No,
You don't.
And then you're just thinking, would you ever laugh at it? Are you going to laugh at anything? And when you speak to them, that's when you get a gauge of, oh, you hate me, or this just isn't for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when you've spoken to them, you go, oh, you hate me.
I remember doing a gig. Have you done that tank bar in St. Helens for Jack and?
No.
Only, the one Jack runs now.
Yeah.
Wool comedy.
The Cam used to run it, yeah. So I went inside some new material there, and it was going.
Oh yeah.
It was going great.
So when Freddie opened and they said we want more diversity, didn't they say he loved Freddie? Because we were going to the shop, weren't we? We were going to the furniture shop, me, you, and Cam, in the van, and it was Freddie opened it, didn't he?
I wasn't that gig. That was the one I got paid for, sort of thing. Where he said. That was it. I done a gig for Cam. I closed it. Freddie opened it, and Callum was in the middle, and Jack was hosting it. And they said how was it? And Cam was like, yeah. The feedback we got was we liked them, but we have a bit more diversity from just having the two bull fellas who go a bit far. Just like,
something like that. I can't remember.
No, but this is Tank Bar. This is a little bar in St. Helens. Same audience every time. 30 of them, 40 of them. It's a nice little gig. And I went there doing new stuff. I was going dead well. And there was one person who just stared me out. And I was like, why isn't she like laughing? And like, and then I found out afterwards it was Cam's ma. And it was just after like Cam had left us. And I didn't know whether there's bad blood because of that. Because like he used to be our producer, then just sort of fucking left us.
Yeah.
And then we're fine now. But I didn't know whether she's thinking there's bad blood of that. But also, I was doing jokes about wanting my mates to kill himself. And like his stepdad killed himself like 2 weeks before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, I didn't know.
I was like,
Bad timing,
yeah, she's just like, I went across stage and went, oh, that's Cam's mad. I was like, that makes sense then.
Sense now.
Just looks like she fucking hated me. The person she's with is laughing their head off. Everyone else in the room laughing their heads off. And she's just like daggers at me. But she was dead nice to me after the gig. Like, when I was off stage, she was dead nice to me. So I was thinking, it can't be that Cam's left us because we haven't done anything. There was no there wasn't any bad blood there.
She's just
I was like, and I think it was just because I was talking about wanting my mate to kill himself, and she's thinking, my ex just killed himself. You must know that as well.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Like 2 weeks after, I was like, fuck.
Oh, that's heavy, yeah.
It's horrible when you stared with the
Right,
reality of your jokes.
Front row on Glasgow, she looked like she was about to break down. Like fully break that. Turns out she was just fucking hammered. And her husband was at the back and he wouldn't come and sit with her at the front. And she was just like this. Every time I was doing all my stuff, my opening's a bit much, isn't it, sometimes? So she was like this. Like just shifting around with the phone and everything. And I was like, are you all right? Because you look like she's about to fucking flood in tears thinking, do you hate this? I understand if you hate this, you know what I mean? And she was like... And then I was like, oh, she's just... fucking bladdered. yeah.
An idea what's going on.
Yeah, they didn't. The second half, her husband came and sat next to her, and she just put her head on his shoulder and fell asleep. Yeah. And then they kicked her out for Phil Nickel.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Yeah, it's always women who aren't listening.
She just looks so much.
Like she's so. I mean, I've got a clip that went quite well of a woman. Just you can just tell you weren't listening for 5 minutes, and I'm talking about the royal family, and she went, you can't talk about that. Like, have you not been listening? What kind of joke about?
I was talking to Phil 2 weeks ago about it, and he was like, people who don't listen and then hear a trigger word and kick off.
Yeah.
He said he's had it a few times recently at doing Paul support, where people aren't paying attention because he's not Paul.
Yeah.
And they're talking between themselves, and then he got called racist for his delivery man joke. Because they had like one trigger word and started kicking off. Someone messaged Paul saying, I didn't pay to watch him, can I have 25% of my ticket back or something?
Well, you said what you say. People live message Paul when the support's on, don't they?
Sometimes
that's heavy, that, innit? Sky Sports News of the fucking Callum's death.
While you're on stage, if you're dying, going, this lad's shit. And Paul's just got to pretend he hasn't seen it. Like, he was telling me, like, I got loads of messages that night. I was like, what? And he's like, sometimes while you're on,
but we spoke about it before, about how much of a cunt you've got to be to do that. Yeah, like, how much of a knobhead you have to be to do that to somebody who's trying to perform.
He'd be on your side as well. Like, Paul's going to look and go, oh, yeah, you're right, you know, mate. Who booked this cunt?
Yeah. Plug his mic, get him off.
Yeah.
It's mad, innit? People are mad.
Yeah, fucking mental.
So, how was life in general?
All right. Surviving.
New. How old are your kids?
I've got 4. I've got a 14-year-old, 10-year-old, 7-year-old, 2-year-old.
2-year-old?
Yeah, he is a nut job.
You had the snip now?
Yeah.
How was that?
We spoke about it last time.
Did we?
Yeah, we talked about it,
Right, yeah. And it's all done that? It's sound now?
Every now and then I get like a niggling pain in me fucking bollock, like, and it gets tender for a few days. But
is that
I get a niggling pain in me bollock when I think the fact that you've got 4 kids.
I know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that to do with the snip, do you think? That?
Well, they snipped a nerve, didn't they, while I was under?
Yeah. Remember the last pod?
And then I had a hemoglobin, a blood clot, which was like,
right.
I'd say a squash ball. It wasn't big as a tennis ball, but it was fucking massive and sore. And they just said, it's not dangerous. It'll crystallise and break down over time. So I don't know if it's still a bit in there, and every now and then I just fucking...
What's the plan for 4 kids?
No, I didn't want 4 kids.
How many do you want?
When
Well,
why do you decide to keep going?
Well,
just loves it, doesn't he?
I'll tell you my bird's logic, right? So my bird's logic is she's one of 6. And
right.
There's 3 boys, 3 girls.
And do they all get on?
All of the boys are knobheads, right?
Yeah.
So she said, I don't know how many of my kids are going to be knobheads. She went, and when I'm older, I want my kids to come round and spend time with me. She went, and if I've only had 3 and 2 of them are knobheads, I'm left with 1. She went, so the more kids I have, the better the ratio is. I was like, fair enough, your logic's out.
Yeah, but the more murder that causes, though. Because like I think about me and my little brother and sister. There's 10 years between me and my little sister, and 10 years between me and my little brother, 8 years between me and my little sister. And I think we're just always having like when
it's nice
fine,
though. It is
we're
nice,
fine, and we'll spend time together. But when we have time together, eventually at some point it kicks off.
Yeah.
I just think you're just adding fuel to the fire. Like every other kid, you're like, because I keep saying to Bird, I want a big family. I want people to come around, see me. I want to have loads of grandkids.
But who the fuck are you and who's your missus and you to think I want them to... Fuck you.
Exactly.
Fuck you. You don't get... How do you know I want to come around and speak to your boring ass when you're 65?
I know, that's
fuck off.
That's what I'm saying.
Get away from me.
That's
the last people you want to spend time with are people who think they've got the arrogance to go, oh, when they're 20, I want them to come round and hang around with me.
Force them to hang around, yeah.
The ones who go like, oh, actually, I couldn't give a fuck what you do. You go, actually, I'll go spend time with dad. He's all right. But you're going, fucking come. You'd be like, end up like my dad going, sit down the table and be happy. It's like, this is...
Why aren't you
Why are you shouting at me to be happy? Like, because you're not nice to be around.
I agree with you. This is why we've only got one. This is why we've only got one. But this, what I want in my head is and then, like you say, you come with your face to reality and you go, actually, will that ever happen?
No.
If even if I have more kids, will I be surrounded by grandkids and happy kids, and will we all be one big happy family? No, because I'm not a big happy person.
You can always get kids from somewhere.
Once they all
fucking
flow the nest or whatever and they get off, I don't want to see them again. I'm done. I want to go travelling. I'm finished.
Are you one of them? Once they're gone, they're gone.
Once they're gone, they're gone. That's my idea. Like,
I get the idea of it being nice having a big family, but then the stresses that come with it, I'd be like, I can't do this.
Yeah. But as much as it can be stressful, though, I do recommend, like, I'd tell anyone to have more than one kid, like, because...
Well, they do say you never regret the ones you have.
No. And the boss...
Yeah, they are nice. No, they are. But...
It's incredible.
When you have more than one, you can fucking go and play in the corner.
Yeah.
You entertain each other.
Yeah, but that's always what you get from people who've got more than one. There's always... You only ever hear the bit to make you, like... Go on, like,
and then you have them, and then you go, oh yeah, they never played each other.
When I meet another only child parent household, we go, oh thank God, we're in this. You feel like you're in it together. Then same if you meet someone with 3 or 4, you go, oh, we got an affinity with them. You look at the one child one and think, fuck you, and then you go, I'm gonna really lay on thick about the way they're gonna have gotten siblings, and you're gonna make them feel lonely, and they're gonna go out weird with no social skills. But then we look at yours and think they're never gonna speak to each other when they're 25. No, I can't stand me sister. I never speak to her.
For attention the whole life, so they're never gonna want to speak to each other.
Exactly, the straighteners every day and that.
And you think one will be end up in Nick and all that because we didn't enough attention.
What's the ratio, boy girl?
One will end up in Nick.
That's what I mean.
I've got 3 boys, 1 girl.
Oh, that's
so
reckon any of them will be a nonce.
Statistically.
Could you still love yours if he turned out a nonce?
See, this is the weird thing.
It's horrible, innit, to think
This is the weird thing. You watch them shows with like the mum's still like the mum's still supporting the kid. You watch them before you have a kid and you think, what the fuck, you're a fucking woman. And now you've had a kid, you're like, how'd you turn it? You love them. Like, you look at them now and you think, I love you so much and nothing could make me turn me back on you. And you think, am I going to feel the same in 20 years' time?
No,
like,
I turned me back on my daughter last night because she's 14 and said she wanted to dress up as the Men in Black for Halloween, and I turned me back on her. I gave her grief, caused murder and ours.
Surely that's better than being like, I want to be Harley Quinn. I want to be a slag.
What's wrong with dressing up as
them? I'm too old to dress up. I'm too cool. Don't want to dress up. I'm not coming out with the kids trick or treating. I was like, yes, you're 14, sweet. And then last minute she was like, we bought all the kids' outfits, and she was like, I want to dress up now as Men in Black with a fake gun. I was like, no, it's fucking gay. Stop being a gimp.
Why wouldn't you let her do that?
That's what my birthday. I was like, you told me you're too old. I went, you're not doing it, you're a fucking gimp, and I upset her. I had to apologise.
Would you be happy if she dressed like a slag? Just be like, well, you're more normal.
Well, no, because she's a 14-year-old man-head lesbian, so she won't. She's come out as gay.
Oh, was she?
Yeah,
congratulations.
I've got a few bits about it.
Was that, did you know?
Kind of. Like, she's always been a bit of a tomboy.
There's one in our family that we think we haven't we haven't spoken about it in front of the dad, but we're like, he's gay.
You can tell.
And then there's one of my best mates has got a girl that she's convinced is a lesbian, and the dad's like, no, she's not. And I don't think she is. I think the older she gets, she's more getting interested in boys. Yeah. But when she was younger, it was like, she could be a lesbian. Like, but now she fancies the window cleaner, so I was like, actually, she might be all right.
Keep your eye on that window cleaner.
my bird calls her Virgil van Dijk all the time, and she hates it. That's her name. But like as I said, there was always like signs, and she was a tomboy and stuff, and then she dabbled with like dolls and then makeup, and then she went into it. But as soon as she got a girlfriend, she completely changed because a girlfriend's quite girly.
So it's always the way usually.
She wants to be the masculine one,
right?
And like you can see the personality change. And she's come out of her shell. She's so much sort of herself now. But I'm like, listen, I don't care what your sexual orientation is. You're not wearing North Face trackies. And then she'll fill a shopping basket online and go, buy me this for like Christmas. And I'm going, no.
Right. Monterex.
Genuinely is. I'm like, listen.
She got a bit of a walk and that.
Is there a bit in you where you're like, I want to be
spitting on the floor?
I want to be a supportive parent, but also I'm not letting society push you.
That's exactly
it's not to do with you being gay. I don't want my daughter in Monterex.
That's exactly what it is. Like.
You can be gay, you're not being a fucking scally, right?
Yeah, well, that's. I think that's. Most parents would be like that. If I kept walking around in fucking like trackies, my mum would be like, "You're not coming in Monterex, regardless of your sexual orientation."
It's the same as just your kid, isn't it?
But then obviously now with
you're not dressed like a tramp. I'm not doing it. I don't care what you want. You're not dressed like a tramp.
Yeah.
I don't have a choice with 4 kids. I can't afford to dress them all.
No, but you know what I mean. Like, you're like,
so
we'll do the best we can.
You're not wanting it to be in North Face and Monterex just because you don't want your child to be dressed in trackies.
Just wanted to look like a scally, two like a manhead before the time. Like, it's like if you when you're an adult and you front load clothes, like all right, then you'll be a manhead. It's on you now. But
and growing up, there was
while I'm buying your clobber, I'm having some say in it.
Exactly. Yeah, that coming out of my fucking bank, you're not having it. But no, like growing up, there was always like a couple of girls hanging out with us who were proper manhead scally. Yeah. I fucking hate them. So I don't want you to look like them.
Yeah.
Memories. He's be scared of 2 birds. Like, I'm not being scared of my 14-year-old daughter.
You just gotta hope that I just my mind's old and be like, wonder what she's gonna end up dressing like.
Yeah,
you gotta try and instill something in them.
Well, you try your best, but like you just don't know, do you?
She wants to wear fucking. Used to be like Lacoste trackies
when
I was growing up.
Your own outfits up now because she's like thinking to yourself, I can't wear Monterex now because she's gonna want it. So I'm like,
if
you have to get some Cheetos and all that.
I put a bit of weight on and like used to be sponsored like technicals and all that. So I've got technical t-shirts that are like a medium, and I go, John D, should get a bill. She wears technical t-shirts and that. It's funny, doesn't it? Sharing club with your 14-year-old daughter.
When you both wear the same 1 cent. Yeah. So I'm going to get a new pair of 1 cents at Christmas, so long as I can have them at Easter.
Yeah, you want your
keep them in good nick, and I'll have them in 6 months, and then you can have it. You don't keep them in good nick, I'm not getting you.
Yeah, you need to get. Do you dress trackies and all that?
I don't like to all the time, but I'm getting fat and I'm lazy. And we got loads of free from our sponsors and that, so I've got trackies.
Do you still get technical stuff, do you?
No, we're sponsored by a company called Grid now.
Oh, right.
What happened, they were owned by JD.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't realise. I thought they were just an independent company.
Yeah.
We went up to the headquarters in Manchester. JD have a branch where they've got like
buy everything
brands who are managed by agencies for JD. So we went to their agency headquarters and they were boss, but JD cost cutting said we'll manage it in-house and just got rid of everyone. So all the contracts they had in place with people, they just severed all contracts. So we lost the deal with them. But sponsored by a company called Grid, an Irish company, and they're just fucking trackies, so I've got loads of trackies.
Like you're never gonna dress like, well, certainly not like me or like Callum Oakley would. Do you dress like Callum a bit or not?
Well, I'm going through a phase at the minute. I like wearing like little gilets, right?
Yeah, I've seen that, right?
And someone tagged
That's all right. That's all right.
Like Chandler from Friends. I go through phases like these are just little combats because they're loose, but I'll wear like t-shirts, gilets. I have shirts every.
You're never in a boot though, are you?
For the first time.
How old are you?
33.
Okay.
So we went to.
What sort of boot do we go for?
Well, it was a Chelsea boot. So we went.
Blacks, brown suede.
Brown leather.
Oh, okay.
So we went to one of Adam's fucking country nights.
Oh yeah. Well, look at his change.
I know. And I bought.
Yeah, but it'd be something, dude.
Yeah.
I bought them for that. My babe was like, I love you in a boot. Why don't you wear them more often? I was like, I might do that. Yeah.
So you
That's the thing. Once you get a compliment to someone, you're like, oh.
So you had boot with a fitted jean,
Yeah, I didn't like. I should have got a baggy jean, but I just fucking remember what was
baggy jean with a boot.
But
Chelsea needs a thin, I think.
I think they were a little bit too tight. I look
Right.
top
But
heavy.
if he looks skinny, then it's
Yeah. I look like that meme. You know that dog meme? You know that dog meme who's got the little tinny legs with the big belly? That's like,
Picture of me when I'm moving on.
It's horrible. Yeah. It's horrible,
I
isn't
found
it?
the picture. So someone took a picture, like a fan from the pod.
Yeah.
Took a picture with me at that event, and I just looked dead awkward with my little skinny legs.
See, I want chino and a trainer.
Told you I can't do that stuff.
I know, but when I had the chino,
I want to move into the chino.
Chino and a trainer with a
Can't-
t-shirt would be
yeah.
great for me. I'd love that.
Well, that's why I got these.
Or a shirt.
These vans, they're like trainee vans, so they're not like
I think I
scally
looked at
trainees.
hold on. I literally looked at buying them.
Yeah, the sound. They're not like
Not a van man,
But
mate.
I just can't. I'm not ready to go to van yet.
no.
No.
You going to van?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not ready.
No, you can't.
Yeah, but
be. You're not a
they
van.
brought out all-purpose trainees, haven't they?
Yeah, but you're not
They
a
were
van.
nice and looked at them and I thought, I'm not
You're
ready
not a
for
van. No,
I can't find that fucking picture.
you're nowhere near a van, mate.
I know. I'm agreeing with you.
No way.
But I bought New Balance.
Yeah, like, I'm looking top here.
bought trainees.
My jeans, look.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah. We will fall down there, lad. Leave me alone.
I like that. So is that a brown leather?
Oh, it's the calf. It's
I
the
think.
calf.
I
It's too
think
tight on the calf.
you. Yeah, you're
You
the
need a
same.
straight leg.
So I've got straight leg jeans, right?
Yeah.
And when I got them out,
Yeah.
there was like a little sort of ruffle in it where they're getting a bit fucking old now. And
Right.
Yeah.
it just looks dodgy. I've got like a baggy crotch area and I haven't got enough junk to fill it in. So I was like, I'll have to go for
Yeah.
tighter ones.
To be honest,
Oh.
I think a Chelsea boot, you've got to be in shape.
Yeah, you have, yeah.
Right.
I just sing across
Not
the book.
round.
There's, I can't imagine, or be quite big and really be like one of these like flamboyant gay guys who've got like loads of change and they got makeup on and they can
Yeah.
look good like that.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're just like a regular bloke, you've got to be flat and be 34 or below.
There used to be a fella who managed Diesel when I was younger.
Mm.
And I used to think, I hope I go fat like you. Because he looked so good fat. But it was because it was all tight fat. Like, I'm all wobbly and all that. He used to wear dead tight tops and it'd just be a big beer gut. A bit like Mick Ferry. It's like just proper tight fat and you're like...
The tight
actually
skinny
don't look-
jeans.
But I don't think he wore skinny jeans, but like he'd wear Diesel jeans and then a dead tight t-shirt. Is the t-shirt for
Heavy
me?
jeans, skinny on
Yeah.
his legs.
A long fit t-shirt.
No.
No.
No, Belly wouldn't be out though. This is what I mean. It'd throw me.
Was he stocky?
No. But it was
I've-
just...
I've got a big
It was the
swollen
fact that...
gut.
Yeah, you've got a big...
It was the fact it was a big swollen gut, but everything else was quite tight. And it was
Not
like...
that far from behind. It's just fucking when it's in.
Yeah.
It's like, you didn't have the tits even. It's like, you just don't have to pull off that belly well.
I think some people can pull off that stocky, strong, little bit of a gut vibe, but
No, but it wasn't that. It was like, say, it was skinny gut. It was like a little bit like you used to be, but like, it was just the way he wore clothes was a bit like, it's like there was no shame in
Yeah.
the gut. And I like, and it didn't overhang. It just sort of sat.
what's
up.
the energy about, again, with the energy
it
in
was
it?
a pear gut. And I was like, I've never seen a pear gut before. Just sitting up there.
Getting hard over someone's gut.
It's just,
Honestly,
he's probably strong.
I knew what I was destined for. You see,
Yeah.
this was before I was fat, and I knew what was coming because I was sizing out. Like I was like, these are gonna be my last pair of Diesels. These, I'm sizing out of them. I'm sizing out of Reese. I knew what was coming. I'm looking at him going, I can't go fat like you used to look good in these clobbers. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm not gonna be wearing these next year. And I just know it.
I don't know.
I think I'm still in denial a little bit, and my bird says to me, Gary, don't be picking up skinny jeans ever again. She went, one, you're 33. She went, well, you're getting chunkier now as well. She went, you need to just leave them where they are. And I'm like, can't. That's all I've bought for like the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Like, leave it alone.
That's all I know.
Well, I know. I'm in that phase now where I'm going. These aren't that skinny.
It's convincing yourself that straight cut isn't bootleg, isn't flares. Because you in your head for years you've gone, straight cuts just like fucking boot cuts. And then like,
Well,
you can't get out of your head.
these aren't that skinny on thingy, but these were bought. But these are probably about 15 years old.
Okay.
Bought ages ago. But then I went out. I got into the skinny ones, but then I got too fat for the skinny. But I am a skinny man, a skinny jean man, or like fitted or slim fit or tapered.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get out of that. Even though I know now I need to get baggy, but then I go, but it's not me.
It's not you, yeah.
It's not me. And I've gone too far with the fitted tapered.
You need to change who you are then.
Yeah, I know, but I go like, well, all the clothes I've got have been geared towards fitting in something that I no longer fit in anymore. Like, it's fucked, isn't it? Like, I'm looking at me going like, in my head, I am that, but I've got to get big t-shirts, big baggy jeans.
He had one of his first fat moments the other day shopping, where he had to buy 4 different sizes and just hope which one fits.
The last one, lad. Now, to be fair, the 40, because it's chinos, and we were talking about chinos on the pod, and I was just saying now, a chino will tell you the truth about yourself. Yeah. Jeans, it's a minefield there. And the chino told me, I was looking for chinos, and then I bought 34, 36, 38, and 40. Like, fucking hell, that's
a fat move.
I bought 30, 34. I bought 34, 36, thinking. I mean, lad, I got these jeans that were like. No, it wasn't. No, I got them, and it was off Reese as well, so I knew I was fucking playing with fire. So, got the 34s, 36, picked them up, put the 36 on, and it was like, oh, you know, it doesn't even get past your dick.
The big one.
You know, yeah.
I always go small for
no.
It's like a hope in me.
No, but then in my head, I just went. In my head, I went, good God, if you'd have gone for them 34s, you'd have killed yourself. Like, so, but you know, you get them out, you look and you go, oh no, look at that. Yeah. So I got the 38s, 40s, and put the 38. I'm going with 38 this time, and they fit, but like, come on, like looking, and then but then that's when I went like that you've gone back fully to what you were, and that it really shocked me. It really upset me.
Like, as I say, I'm really top heavy. So, like, I like to shop for chinos or pants in H&M now because they make me feel a bit better because they do mid-sizes. H&M do 31s, 33s, 35s.
Oh, okay.
Too, so I don't feel as fat. Because I can get into it. Like, I've always been a 30 or 32 waist. And, like, now I'm, like, 32 to 34. Still.
What?
But my belly sits on top, so I'm thin on the hip.
Right, you're thin
and
hip.
Then I've got big, massive guts on top. But then the tighter the kecks, the bigger the fucking gut. Like I've got a massive veranda over my toy shop. It's horrible.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna stick.
T-shirts start becoming a worry then, though.
I'm sticking. You know, I'm gonna get through to when fitted comes back. I'm sticking.
Yes,
but then I think I'm gonna be that bulldog. I'm gonna be the bulldog. Yeah. I'm gonna be the bulldog. I can't be the bulldog, but
I've never been.
I could be your daughter's 18.
I know.
You're like, oh, finally, Dad gets to wear skinny jeans.
I can't.
I've never been more embarrassed in my life. Right, I had to host an event in work last year, like 350 people. Yeah. We have a quarterly village halls, and because priceless marketing in work, right? My profile picture in work is me on stage of hot water. Right. Goes, can you come with me? And I go, yeah, I do, yeah.
That's disgusting. Change that, Gary. Change that.
That is some arrogance, that.
Yeah.
Even I'd have the balls to do that.
But, so when I was meant to...
I wear a cap on my taxi so no one recognises me. Cap and shades, like I'm famous.
That's disgusting.
A 3-minute slide at this presentation, and the woman who was the PA for the fella who runs it, she was like, that picture of the comedy club? I was like, yeah. She was like, do you want to do a comedy set? I was like, no, not in work. I have value in my job, and it's a corporate event, not a chance. She was like, are you confident enough to host the whole event? I was like, yeah, sound, I'll do that. It's good for me networking and work. I'd only been there like 12 months. I was like, sound, yeah, I'll do it.
Do a fee?
No, that was part of my day job. But that's my job. So I was like, yeah, sound, I'll do it, networking.
The comic in you there should have known there's a fee. There's a fee there.
Well, the comic shouldn't have the photos of the comic. That's the mentally ill spots, mate. Get shut of that now.
Open spot behaviour,
That's set you back 3 years on this pod now. Going Gary's profile pic and works him on the stage. That's it. 4 years off.
I texted Phil today and he said open spot behaviour, and I was like, fuck.
It is. It's changed.
It's changed, right? Okay. All right. Fair enough.
I think what mine was, I'd for next week's half term, and he asked me to do something, and I'd for just a normal week, and I was like, mate, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm glad. And I said, oh, mate, I need to start writing stuff down. I just keep it all on notes in my phone. And the top of my head, he went, open spot behaviour, that. Like, just like, don't gig enough, so you can just have it all on top of your head and on your phone. I was like, oh, fuck, yeah, that is.
I've even changed my socials, like Instagram, because it was that picture, and I was like, no, I can't.
So you're in with...
But yeah, so I was saying to my bear dad, I don't want to wear my uniform on stage because my uniform just like chinos and the top. I was like, I need to be a bit more presentable. It's a corporate event. Like, there's some directors there who are like 250 grand a year. I was like, I need to network with these people. So I was like, right, what have I got in my wardrobe? And I was looking, and I've got like these little Rupert the Bear fucking check chinos, right? I was like, I'll wear them with like a little tight t-shirt and like have my ankles out in a pair of Vans. I'll be dead gay. Let's fucking fly with it, sound. And then I was like, my belly's dead swollen. So I was like, can I try a pair of your Spanx on, see if they fit?
Oh.
I put a pair of my Birds Spanx on. I didn't wear them for the event, but I put them on in the bedroom, and I was like, Gary, you need to have a word with yourself, lad. Why are you genuinely trying Spanx on?
Did you put a t-shirt over the top of it? See what it looked
I
like?
still fucking had a big massive Ned Kelly. I was like, they're fake, them don't work, lying bastards. But I just peeled them back off and just felt bad about myself. And
Did you put them on?
Put them on.
And didn't work?
Took me in a little bit, but not fucking.
Have you seen them ones you can get? You can see them, the fellas ones. I've looked at them. Not that I'd wear them, but
I've seen.
There's times for some events where I'd be like a wedding or something. I'd be like, maybe.
No.
And I haven't. But like, I just think sometimes it's the stress of finding the clothes and that for a wedding and a suit. I've got a wedding in December that I swore I was going to lose weight for, and I fucking fell right off the wagon. I'm not going to lose any weight, and it's a fucking black tie affair, and I fucking hate black tie affairs because you look like the fucking penguin from fucking Batman. You do. You look at the penguin, or you look like the fucking fat consoler. So what I've got to do is I've got to go flamboyant. So my black tie's got to be like velvet green or something. Otherwise, you're gonna look like it's got to be something stupid or something. I've got to. Then I'm like, I'm gonna spend all this money now going to this fucking wedding just because you didn't lose any weight. I'm like, but if it's just like there's things where I think, I could just get away with Spanx for that, like that men's Spanx for that night. I could just like maybe.
I'd rather buy a new suit and get it tailored. I'm not doing Spanx. I'm never getting there.
So I love a shirt, and I'd love to wear a shirt.
I'd love to wear back-wearing shirts.
I can't have buttons like that.
Yeah.
Then to get a size where the buttons aren't like that, it's then fucking massive on my shoulders.
Yeah.
Being dressed like a marvelous gear.
Mine's the length.
It's horrible.
It's like a little bit.
Yeah, it's awful. That's why I've got the t-shirt underneath.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's a fat man t-shirt thing. Yeah, of course it is. I'm always doing this. Shifting it down. Oh, this on its own is a no-go. Yeah. No fly zone, mate, with this shirt, yeah.
I seen a video the other day, a shirt where it's a hidden zip, but it's a strong zip. So like
it looks like buttons, which is it. I've seen that. Yeah.
Oh no. All these tricks. No, you can't be doing that. You got to be honest with yourself. And
I'm with you. That's what, like this is what I said about the. You know, when I put up that clip about getting kicked off.
Can you imagine what a turn off that would be if you went home with someone and they zipped down their button shirt and you went, just go. Yeah, get off. Just go. What are you doing?
Surely, you're taking that off in the fucking bathroom, aren't you?
But if you can't, if she's trying to undo your buttons and fans, oh no, fuck off.
Oh, you gotta have some flow. You go. I'm going to the toilet and just coming out.
Do me back.
Coming out, bollock out. Don't look at me clothes. Got a zip and Spanx there. Putting the Spanx behind the shower.
Like you're in the Cameroon kid. Sort me out.
Yeah.
What did you say about the clip then?
I was saying I agree with him. Like you've got to be honest. You got to let yourself feel shame. Because like when I put that I put that Ryanair clip out about getting kicked out about not being allowed leg room, and people were messaging me going, you can buy the seatbelt extenders, you know, on Amazon. And I was like, I said, like, just take them on a plane. It sound like the other fat cunts messaging me and like saying, you can take them on a plane.
Imagine putting that in the little fucking basket at security, your own extender.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You're like, you don't have to ask for it and all that. And I was like, just put it in your old luggage and that. And I'm like, at some point,
why did you think
you just got to say, no, because I knew if I do that, then there's fucking. There's already I'm buying fucking fat clothes now and looking good in them, and I'm like, no, this isn't good.
In the back of your mind, you're gonna lose some one day if you buy.
But once you start buying, once you're buying your own seatbelt extender, you're like, that's it then. Like, and I was like, I say something, you've got to feel some shame. You got to feel
doubled up as a belt as well when you're just walking around.
When your belt doesn't fit.
You got to pop a fucking buckle belt. What's he doing?
If you're saving yourself the shame of asking for a seatbelt, you know you're a fat horrible
taking
cunt.
Your belt off it.
You're a sweaty fat horrible cunt, and you feel it yourself, so just fucking don't do it.
Yeah, buying your own fucking seatbelt, I mean, I've never been that big, so I've not lived that life, not my lived experience to not be able to fit in regular things. Like, I just get bigger and more uncomfortable within myself. Whereas if it's like you can't actually fly, that is a lot of I imagine that's quite hard mentally. Well, like not being able to go on the roller coaster.
It's only happened to me once, or the roller coasters ones are there.
Yeah.
When you can't go on the roller coaster with your kids, that's also a bit of a fight. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I need to lose some fucking weight.
But then,
You can't go on the same one as a kid.
Can't go on a caterpillar.
Pepsi Max with the one bar.
Can't go on a caterpillar because the fucking bar's there and your kids flop.
yeah, but you're not like.
Get the seatbelt extended out.
Yeah, but you're sort of
It's
similar.
alright, I'll hold them.
Similar position to me. You don't need a seatbelt extender. You know, no danger of a seatbelt extender, are you? Really? It's got to go. Really? Do you think you can't need one?
I was on a plane last week. It goes
Yeah.
on. I have to loosen the belt quite a bit, but it goes on.
Yeah.
Alright, first thing I do, vroom, right to the end, like, and then just like look for that second strap and hope it's long.
Yeah.
It's fascinating just to think like, what?
But the thing
where's
is,
the
I'm
end?
on the edge, aren't I?
Yeah.
Imagine people who've gone past that.
I think that's when you double
so
down though, innit? And when we said you need to make these bigger, this is a disgrace.
Yeah, that's when
So you double down. That's when you turn to the other side and
that's
you
when
go,
you go political. with
you
it.
lot, yeah. You go, I'm not blaming me anymore.
And I'm going to break records.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kick up a massive fuss
That's when you
about
start
this.
looking for bipolar and all that. Like,
Yeah.
there's a reason I found it's not me.
Well, you see that jeans looked all right.
All right.
So you're gonna be a boot guy then?
That's right. And we're going to London Thursday. We're going to see Chris Stapleton in London.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and she was like, "Are you gonna wear country stuff?" She was like, "Are you gonna bring your boots?" I was like, "I might get the boots."
A fit. If you could get I know you said about the thingy, but a shirt with that,
Yeah,
a shirt can, a shirt's got the silhouette more.
Well. That should
So
be all right.
if you can find one that fastens, the t-shirts obviously show you more. Whereas if you get a shirt and you just get it wide enough for you, regular fit,
yeah, you look good. You look good laid up.
you can get away with it being a bit of a droop there.
Look queer eye for the straight guy. If like
But-
chubby lads like you lay it up, you look good.
Baggies in, so you could get away with a bit of a droop in the shoulder. I reckon now.
Mm.
I reckon, and then with your tighter jeans slightly, maybe a bit looser jean, but I don't know. I need to get back to 34, and then I can be me. But
When Stapleton on Thursday, is he?
I'm excited.
just who are you going?
Yeah, it's me there. Little
Yeah, I
bit.
didn't get
Only one night away, but
I didn't get tickets. I was fucking gutted, man. And then Ro messaged me while he was in Dublin. I was how good it was. I was like,
twice now this week.
I didn't get tickets. Lad, why didn't you message me? Oh, fuck off, you rat.
Well, when
I'd got it sorted.
when he announced his tour, my bear was like, "Oh, we should go to Dublin, spend the weekend there."
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, boss, let's do
Yeah,
it."
that
That's what I
closest
said to my
team.
bed as
So
well.
I was in the queue on Ticketmaster for Dublin. I was like, right, so I got to the front, and as I put them in basket and went to pay, it was like, you need an Irish address to be able to buy it. And I was like, and I've got loads of family in Ireland, but I panicked and like ran out of the time. You 10 minutes time, and I lost the tickets, and I jumped in the queue for Manchester, and then they were all gone. I was like, gutted, missed out. And then when he announced that he was doing an extra date, I just fucking paid for early access for London. Like,
How much was that?
we're riding the gods at the back, and the tickets cost me, I think, $280 for 2 tickets.
140 for the shittest seat.
Yeah, I paid. I'm going to see Billy Joel as well. Paid more for Billy Joel.
You know.
320 quid.
Apparently, a whiskey.
Halfway up the cop. for
Ro-
Billy Joel.
160, what's that?
Yeah.
Ro messaged me whiskey and you made him cry while he was in Dublin. Because I put him on to Whiskey and You, the song, and either way,
It is emotional, like.
Whiskey and You, and either way, or either way, as Stapleton says, that's the saddest song in the world, either way. And he messaged me going, "You put me on to that, didn't you? That's just made me cry in Dublin." I'm like, "Is it? Yeah, I didn't get tickets, you cunt." And the next day he messaged me going, "Lad, I've got an eye infection." Like, maybe that made you cry.
Yeah,
Like, maybe it wasn't the
crying
song.
too much. Yeah, it was the song, you know.
Look, rubbing your eye too much because you were crying, you cunt.
He said to me this week, he went, honestly, he went listening to him live, was like listening to the album play. He was that good.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Have you seen him do
No,
that?
he's too popular for me to
Have
ever
you seen him do
enjoy
the
now.
national anthem?
Yeah. And all the players are sobbing and everything.
Mate, I was sobbing.
Yeah.
Well, I was bladdered when I was watching it, I was watching it bladdered, just thinking, I feel proud to be American. I'm not even American. It's like he's singing, mate,
His
he's
voice is
unbelievable.
special though. But yeah, some of his songs are sad and dusty, yeah. Like,
Have you heard Either Way?
Yeah.
Oh,
Have you heard Daddy Doesn't Pray Anymore?
no, neither.
Fucking, because I started thinking about my half fellas string themselves and started sobbing and everything. Do you watch Yellowstone?
No, but I've been told to watch
Watch
it.
Yellowstone, it's really good, but there's a scene in it where he's like reminiscing and thinking back about his half fella and then that starts playing. And my bear just looked across the couch to me and there was fucking tears streaming down my face, laugh, fucking sobbing. Man,
What did she say?
she was just fucking let me cry.
It's mad.
Did she, yeah?
It's mad when you have kids and the stuff makes you cry.
I've
I
not.
cried to Independence Day the other day.
I cry more on like adverts and that now, it's weird.
Yeah, adverts and
I
reels.
cried at me giving a best man speech at my mate's future wedding. ruined the gig for me. I was driving on the way to I was fucking breaking down. Every time I got to this point of the speech, I went, I'm not even giving the speech. I was just writing it in my head, and I was like, fucking hell, this is killing me, this. Because I was killing it. I had some great lines. I thought, that'll kill. And then I just got to this point, I went, I can't do this. And then I was just like, he's not even single. He's fucking single.
I've had a couple of cries over my dad's eulogy.
Yeah.
I started writing my dad's eulogy. Yeah, he's fucking 50. In my head, I wrote his eulogy thinking I'm going to smash that game.
Yeah.
I'm going to smash it and it makes me cry.
Yeah.
But
Invoice the solicitor
watching Independence Day and the bit where he flies into the plane and there's a bit before it where he goes, do me a favour, tell me kids I love them.
Oh, yeah.
And you see him look at the photo and he's like, yeah, I'm going to sacrifice myself so they can live on. I'm like, oh.
I cried when E.T. had to go home. That was like the first time I ever cried.
Why are you crying at that?
At what?
Why are you crying at that?
Because I understand how much he loves his kids and how much you'd sacrifice yourself for your kid. And you think about how much you love your kid. And you think, oh. And then they come in and do something that annoys you and you're like, oh, why have I just been crying?
Yeah.
Do you know what I cried the most too? Like, uncontrollably cried. Like, I've never, like, you know, when you start going, like that, making noises. I've never cried that much since I was a kid. Star is Born. You've watched it?
Which one? When she sings his song? No. Or when he sings it to her?
When she's singing and it just flips and he's in the garage.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, it caught me off guard.
I will never love again.
I fucking sobbed. And when it comes on in the car, I get so worked. It's horrible. Grown ass man at the lights, sobbing on Edge Lane.
Yeah, I fight it back, me. I've had it a few times when I've been watching something with the family. No, God, no.
I do a fight. I go.
I don't. I just go, I hope she doesn't look at me and I can get this together in the next 20 seconds.
I fight it with my birthday.
I'm just thinking about Hans Moleman getting the football in the groin. I'm like, come on, Hans, come on, Hans.
If my bird's there, I'll fight it because she's horrible. She starts laughing and I think I want to punch you in the fucking.
I'd never.
Honestly, my bird laughs at me. If I'm crying, my bird laughs at me. Mate, I'm a good man that I haven't committed domestic violence because I'm like, everything in me's like, I'll fucking show you right now. Like, just everything. And then she's like, what's up with you? I'm like, you can't let me cry. Yeah. You can't let me have emotion. I can't have emotion with you. Can I show a little bit? You fucking start giggling. Fuck off.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't.
Yeah.
You shouldn't cry.
I agree with you. That's why
fucking pussy.
That's why I'm pissed off.
I've definitely recently been welling up.
You have to send them 36.
I just leave the room. I'll go upstairs. And I'll just go get it together, lad.
Go upstairs, play roulette.
I can't. No, I don't.
What are you crying about? The moment you just got love. That's
I don't play that anymore. It's done that. But like, no, but what have I definitely did, and I've done it a few times. I can't remember what it was though. Don't know what it's to do with. It's annoyed me that now, but I've just managed to get it together enough where it's like sound. Might have been watching something. Can't remember, but yeah, no, it happens a lot. But then I just managed to. That was it. I was watching Over the Moon with that woman. Have you seen it? It's a kids' film, but basically she's like it's like an Asian one or something, and she wrote it when she got diagnosed with cancer for a kid. Because her kid was like 6 or 7 at the time. She knew she was going to die and she's a filmmaker or something. So she writes this film and makes it.
About it, but I've not seen
it. Anyway, she made this film and it's on Netflix and she's there and the kid and they've got like this little cookie shop or something and the family are all, and there's 3 of them as well, which made it even more fucking thing. And so and then they're playing around and then it just shows like this montage of the mum getting sick and she's got a walking stick and she's in a wheelchair. And then I was just like, my missus was asleep, but my kid was up and I was just like, oh my God. I'm like, I'm fucked here. and then I got it together. But it was just so sad the first 15 minutes.
I'll tell you one that one got me recently, a couple of months ago, and I couldn't stop bawling my eyes out.
In front of the farm?
Just
pathetic,
even, mate. I know, but it was
sad that.
What's that wrestling one? The
Vince McMahon's documentary.
The one that Zac Efron was in.
The Mickey Rourke one?
No, the one Zac Efron was in with the fella from The Bear.
Don't know.
I know what you mean. I don't know the name of it, but I know what you mean.
Oh, mate, it's fucking.
Is it?
Mate, it's just, I think
crying at that
might be one of the saddest films I've ever seen, man.
Really?
It was so like, yeah.
I think you've got to be in the headspace, haven't you, as well? It's something. But I think the older I'm getting, the more
the Iron Claw. Honestly,
it's getting worse.
You got a brother? You got siblings?
Have I got what?
Any siblings?
Yeah, 2 brothers.
Yeah, mate.
One's a go shite. I love the other one.
Doesn't matter.
I love them all.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether you love them or not. It's just, honestly, what happens.
You getting worse the older you're getting? I am.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fully,
100%.
But I'm getting worse the other way as well.
So do you reckon, like...
I'm also more horrible about things.
Our dad's generation are through to the other side where they're horrible about everything? Or do you think they are wrecks as well?
No, they got to where we got to. And like you said, they've bottled it up and that's turned them worse. Whereas we're having a little cry.
Or like my ass a little end of it.
Shit house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't... I don't.
That's the truly. That's the real bottle.
Like when I'm going to turn back and I go like... Because 20s or something, I was a bit more... Yeah, fuck it, no matter what. But then now...
Yeah, but that's because you had kids and you had...
30s, man, everything.
Everything's for someone else now, that's what it is.
Yeah.
You think like you said before when we were on the Patreon, I think it'd be lovely to know you're going to die in 4 years' time. You have a little party and all that.
No.
And you're like, no, you just fucking turn into blubber and wreck.
People ask me that question. They go like, what would you prefer? Obviously, you lost your dad to suicide. Would you prefer that like he had an illness and you watched him die? And I was like,
yeah,
no.
As
much as sudden as heartbreak, because one day they're there and one day they're not.
Yeah.
Watching someone you love and you care about deteriorate and dying, you know you've got to say goodbye.
Alan said it's hard. Like Alan was saying, it's horrible for the family. Like, he's watching them. He said, but I said he's having a great time.
Yeah,
Everyone's taking him on the air. He's going to Liverpool games all the time. Like he's having a great time. Said, it's horrible watching his wife and I just look at him and start crying. He's like, but I'm on the I fucking.
Yeah, he feels like I've got to go to a brass now to make them fucking want me to die now.
I'm off work. I'm off work on the sick. I'm getting free everything. Like, just I'm on holiday every left, right,
I don't know. No, I think there's a lot of front to that. I do generally think that. I don't know anyone that gets told that. Then there's got to be moments.
Yeah, there'll be days where he just feels.
Yeah, of course there'll be days, but then the majority's probably like.
I say it now. I couldn't recover.
I would, but I still think.
I think you get on with it. I do think that about humans. You know, people like to, if I lost my sight in my arms, I'd have to kill. I think
his kids are older though.
Everyone can adjust to whatever situation they're in, but you get used to it. But like, my God, just the older I'm getting, the more cancer things I hear, and I just think, ugh. Got it in Jan, gone in Feb, and you're thinking, oh my God. You're just thinking, and I'm there getting up after a bottle of whiskey looking yellow with red eyes and thinking, oh, I've got no one to blame. I've got no one to fucking blame.
Yeah, but that's because you're also thinking, fuck, I'm on a one-income household. Who's going to look after these cunts with them?
No, not even that. I just think, I
haven't got life insurance. That's down the...
I don't know whether I tell anyone yet either.
You just die?
I don't know, because I'd just be like... I don't know what would you tell you strike me as the type that if you got given the nod, you went, this is bad. This is
I'm so bad, yeah.
6 to 12, you're going, yeah, I'll tell that straight.
I'll sit there, my bed always says I'm hypochondriac, but I've sat there before going, I've got a bit of a stitch there, that's not right, you know. She's like, Gary, the stitch. I'm like, no, it's not, you know. So I phoned the doctor, he's got an emergency appointment. He's like, think me appendicitis. I've got appendicitis. He's like, you haven't.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I have. He's like, you haven't. Went home and I was going to I know my body. And I went.
I know me body.
In the end, I had my appendix out that night. I did have appendicitis.
Wow.
But I weren't showing major pains. I just had one niggle and I was like, I'm going. So if I found out I had fucking rhythm as a dancer, mate, it'd be everywhere.
I reckon I'd like my appendix burst.
Would you?
But are you telling it? Like the doctors go to you, right, it's 9 months, but this is bad. What are you doing? You coming out and going, yep, got it, and looks like it's going to be gone.
What do you mean? So if I went to the doctors and they went, you've got 9 months.
Yeah.
I'd be like, right, how long have I got?
Until it becomes noticeable.
Yeah. They go, well, you got 3 months and then you want to start looking at hospices or whatever. You got 3 months and then you're going to be in pain every day. Let's go sound. 3 months.
And when are you going to tell your missus? And let's assume your kid's at an age where they would get it as well. They'd understand. I'd
probably tell them.
Straight away?
No. Yeah, maybe. Even it depends. If I'm going to kill myself in 3 months, then yeah.
I can't even
get. When is the right time? Because like,
enough time for them to know.
Oh my God!
I'm not killing myself because I'm mentally ill.
Yeah.
I'm killing myself because I'm a control freak, and I want to be able to decide.
Because I know, but I don't think you'd do that.
My mum decided to hide, like how my dad. No, she decided to hide how my dad died from me.
Yeah.
So I was 5. And she was just like, "Oh, your dad was sick.
Yeah.
He was really sick. He died and all that." And then I was 11 going into year 7, and she sat me down and tried to tell me about the birds and the bees, and then told me that my half fella killed himself. And I was like, I start fucking senior school in 2 days' time. You've sent me to a school where none of my mates have gone and no one. I was like, you've fucking absolutely pained my skull here. Thinking about shagging, wanking, and my half fella being dead. I was like, what's going on? It was mad.
It must be a weird thing because it's what time you tell them, because there must be a point where you leave it too late. It's like, and they start thinking, is that just gene in me? Have I got a gene in me where you're like, just fucking.
We went to Hyland in the summer, spent time with my brother, and he's got 4 kids.
Yeah.
And his 2 boys, he must have told us 2 boys about my dad, but like my daughter knows, but my boys don't.
Yeah.
And kids being kids, they told me kids, like when we were in Ireland, oh yeah, your fucking granddad killed himself, you know, hung himself and that. So my ma phoned me and was like, listen, bit of an incident, the kids were staying at my ma's, like the boys were talking about it, saying that David's kids had told them, maybe you should sit them down. I was like, I'm not fucking addressing this at all. I said, until it comes up out of their mouths, I'm not talking about it yet. Until they ask me, I'm not even I'm just dancing around it. And I've not mentioned it since. And the boys haven't said nothing, so I'm just waiting for the day, like.
Like Father Christmas. Yeah, we knew for ages, Dad.
Yeah.
Oh no, I couldn't tell my kid. I'd have to just go without her ever even knowing. I couldn't face it. It'd kill me. Oh,
no. He's just dead.
No, not that, me. I'm dying, I go, I'm not letting you know this. Yeah. I can't. Yeah. I'll just pretend I've gone to crash one day. I haven't got it in me. It'd kill me. It'd break me.
It's a terrible way to end it, but we need to end it.
I know, but it's every fucking week I hear about something. I think, and you're not getting any younger. You're getting to that age now where you go like, oh, well, it can.
I might get life insurance out against you.
I ain't got any life insurance.
I know, but I can.
We're
business partners now, so I can get it against
you. She wouldn't. She'd be devastated, mate.
She gets to go pay out, though.
No, but she'd be devastated.
Yeah. Say that,
understand.
Some money in it. Like.
I get 15 times my salary for death and service.
That's amazing, that.
Yeah. That's not bad, but it's just no. I think all this bravado around dying as a bloke needs to come to an end now. This whole thing of Abby Sammy just chuck me in the river and then whatever. Yeah, Sam. But the reality of it, unless you're fucking Liam Payne straight out the window and you're gone like that being told is just fucking.
Couldn't.
We'll see.
Everyone's going, oh, sound funny, getting free stuff. Then when you're sat on your own thinking, oh my God. Anyway, sign up to the Patreon.
Gary, where can everyone find you?
Instagram, Gary Hyland Comedian. Obviously, What's Happening podcast. Me and Daniel's son. And I have a monthly gig in Hot Water, Gary Hyland's Wheel of Comedy Misfortune. It's free. Come down, you can put some topics on the wheel. It's funny.
Something different, go and see that. Yeah. Right, thank you very much. Sounds Beijing. Ta-da.